In all honesty, this video stresses me out a little bit. Constantly, this is my most requested video. Every single year, I get so many questions, especially at the start of the year. Can you do a how much money you made last year video? And truthfully, I was not gonna do the video this year. YouTube was my full-time job last year. It was no longer just like a hobby that I did for fun. And that made it feel different. You know, so I stopped, I thought about it, I thought about where our relationship was at, and we've been pretty good friends now for about 3 years. And I am nothing if not transparent. So, here is how much money I made from YouTube in 2023. Okay, where to even start? These videos kind of stress me out. I don't know why. I think it's like I put a lot of pressure on myself to make it perfect because I know this is information that a lot of people want. We're gonna relax. We're in comfy clothes. I put on some sweatpants. And then at the end of the day, you don't really care what I'm wearing. You just wanna know the cold, hard facts, and I'm gonna give them to you. So before we get into anything, I just wanna give a little backstory about me and my channel because I think it's very informative as to how much money I've made, what niche I'm in, what I do on YouTube. My name's Alexis, I'm 26, I live in New York City, and I am primarily a vlogger. Typically, I do day in my life, week in my life vlogs. I live in New York City. I definitely do my fair share of plan with me videos and YouTube tip videos, but the majority of my videos on my channel are vlogs. I started my channel in October of 2020, and I didn't get monetized until January of 2022. So I was making videos for a little bit over a year before I got monetized. My top 2 style of videos that have grown my channel are apartment videos and YouTube tip videos. And so I will say, I'll stop you right there. I do know that my top 3 videos on my channel are YouTube tip related videos, but the majority of my views on my channel do come from my vlogs. I'm currently sitting at 4.7 million views. About 1.2 million of those views are from YouTube tips. The other 3.5 million are from my vlogs and lifestyle. Just putting that out there because I know sometimes it feels a little discouraging when you're trying to grow on YouTube and you look up a YouTube tip video or trying to see how much money someone's made and all of their videos are just about YouTube tips. You're kind of like, how am I gonna grow? And then it just feels like the only way people grow are through YouTube tip videos, which they do. YouTube tip videos do help people grow, but it's not the only way. So like I said, I got monetized in January of 2022, and I went full-time with YouTube in January of 2023. I got laid off of my full-time job in December of 2022, and I decided to just go all in with YouTube, and I have been able to sustain myself ever since. So, you know, in a way, even though I was nervous to make this video because YouTube's been my full-time job, in a way, it's honestly probably a more informative video because you can see how much money you make when it's your full-time job. But some disclaimers, because there's always a disclaimer. This is just the money that I've made from AdSense. AdSense is the way YouTube pays you. Once you're monetized, you get ads put on your videos and YouTube pays you a percentage of that every month. So this is just a portion of the income I made. This does not count my brand deals, my affiliate links, anything like that. This is purely from YouTube because you'll see once we get into the video, but if I didn't have the brand deals and affiliate links and all of that, I definitely wouldn't be able to make this my full-time job. Living in New York City on the salary of what I made last year just wouldn't be feasible. So those are my disclaimers. That's my backstory about me. The way I think we're gonna do this is go through each month. I'm gonna tell you the most money I made in a day, the least money I made in a day, and then how much money I made that month. And then we'll kind of talk about what I did that month to make me that amount of money. Because once again, I can just throw out numbers all day and night, but that's not really gonna help you if you don't know what I specifically did to make that money. Because some months I made significantly more than other months, and that's because I did different things. Let's go back to January 2023 and see how much money I made. So in January of 2023, I got 192,000 views and I made $1,808.82. The least amount of money I made in a day was $20.63. And the most amount of money I made in a day was $175.10. I also want to point out that my posting schedule is Tuesdays and Fridays. So I posted twice a week, every single week in 2023. Give or take. Give or take. Some weeks I definitely missed the mark, but for the most part I tried to. It looks like I posted 6 times in January, so I definitely missed 1 or 2 uploads. I also want to point out that I started the year at 20,000 subscribers and I am now at over 50,000 subscribers. Just for reference. All of my views were pretty consistent in January until the end of the month. I posted a vlog called A Busy Week in My Life. I lost my job. And that video went somewhat viral compared to my other vlogs, where my other vlogs were getting between like 6 and 10,000 views. This one got over 40,000 views. Something like I lost my job is a pretty clickbaity title. I mean, I did lose my job and I talked about it in this vlog. Something like that is kind of like a major shift, and I think people were pretty interested in what I was doing next because I lost my job that I've been talking about on my channel since I started it. So that is kind of what started my upward trend. On to February. So in February, I got 297,000 views and I made $2,871.66. So I had a very interesting thing happen to me last February. I was chosen as one of YouTube's daily creators on the rise. Every single day, YouTube picks someone to highlight on the trending page on YouTube. So sometimes they do the artist on the rise, sometimes they do creator on the rise, and I got selected. This wasn't something I applied for, it wasn't something I asked for, it was just something that they did for me, and I am very grateful to them for that. For 24 hours, I was on the trending page, and you can see I had a crazy spike on the 8th, where I was getting, you know, between 10 and 20,000 views. I got 34,000 views on February 8th, which was the day. Funny enough, I'm filming this on February 8th, a year later. So because I was on this trending page, the traffic to my channel highly increased that day and then kind of rode it out the rest of the month. The least amount of money that I made in a day was $53.80. And the most amount of money I made in a day was on that day, February 8th, I made $348.65. My impressions that day were crazy. I got 1,820,000 impressions compared to I was usually getting between 100,000 and 400,000 impressions. So YouTube definitely did me a solid that month. They really helped me out and I'm very grateful to them for that. Along with YouTube pushing me out that month, I also posted my if I were starting a YouTube channel, this is what I would do video, which is like my ultimate 1 hour long guide to YouTube tips, and that got a very good amount of views throughout the month. I also posted that the same day I was on the Creator on the Rise page. So it was kind of like a lot of stars aligning that month. It looks like I only missed one upload in February and I mostly just posted vlogs. Moving on to March, my high I wrote in February kind of fizzled out a little bit and I got 182,000 views in March. We went back down from the crazy amount of views I got that month and I made $2,219.48. The lowest amount of money I made in a day was $40.45 and the most amount of money I made in a day was $131.40. I didn't miss one upload in March. This month was pretty consistent. It was mostly made up of me just posting vlogs. My most watched video in March was still my YouTube tips video. Moving on to April. April, I got a little bit less views than March. I got 169,000 and I made $2,067.99. So I made a pretty similar amount between March and April. Once again, I didn't miss one upload. This was also a lot of vlogs. I did a cleaning video. I did a video coming on an audition with me. But I will say my top content in April was still my YouTube tip video. So I was kind of riding on those views for the next few months after I posted it. And now moving on to May. May looks almost identical also to April. I was having a very steady spring. So I got 161,000 views. And from that, I made $2,041.46. The least amount of money I made in a day was $34.53. And the most amount of money I made in a day was $127.15. Once again, no missed uploads, very consistent. I will say YouTube is not a super predictable platform, but if you have a good audience and you have a good relationship with your audience, you kind of know or can expect how many views generally you'll get. Yeah, I was still gaining views from my tips video, but other than that, I had just posted vlogs, I did a reset day, I did a travel video. Moving on to June. Okay, I actually didn't really realize how consistent I was for the first half of the year. Like February was kind of an oddball month, but everything was actually pretty consistent. I got 156,000 views and I made $2,233.66. I also just want to point out, like, I made less views this month than the month before, but I made more money. That is like a very common thing that can happen, especially if like this month I might have been posting longer videos. Because the longer your video is, the more money it's probably going to make because there's going to be more ads in it. It doesn't look like I missed an upload this month either. This was pretty much just vlogs. The least amount of money I made in a day was $39.04 and the most amount of money I made in a day was $146.04. Moving on to July. July definitely dropped in money. I did miss one upload. I went on vacation at the beginning of July and I remember I could not get the video out. Me not posting that video, you can kind of see this was the first month I missed an upload in the last 3 months, so my money did drop. I got 151,000 views and I made $1,889.01. The least amount of money I made in a day was $37.88, and the most amount of money I made in a day was $110.82. I also will say my vlogs didn't do crazy well in this period, and I do think summer is just kind of a slow season for YouTube videos. I think because people are busier in the summer, they aren't watching as much content or consuming as much content. I've noticed the past few summers my views kind of drop. So I was kind of expecting that, but my leading videos were YouTube tip videos, how much money I made videos. Now moving on to August, we had a spike. I had a very large spike, which I do think is interesting because if you watched my how much money I made video from last year, I also had a spike in August. I think August is just, you're going back to school, the summer's kind of winding down, and I think August is a naturally good month for YouTube to pick up. But on top of this, I also posted new apartment content, which I hadn't posted in months. I was living in a studio apartment at the time and I completely redid it. And I posted a video about that, and that got way more views than any of my vlogs have been getting over the past few months. In August, I got 329,000 views and I made $4,341.24. The least amount of money I made in a day was $64.73, and the most amount of money I made in a day was $301.34. This is like a giant shift from July, which was like one of my lowest months. It was a culmination of this vlog doing really well where I redid my apartment. My 2 YouTube tip videos kind of had a little upward curve. They both got over 30,000 views. I posted a decorating vlog to follow up from my redoing my studio apartment vlog, which did well. And I also posted my first 30-minute vlog that was a week in my life. I hadn't really posted any vlogs over 30 minutes up until that point, and I realized that my very long form vlogs over 30 minutes do well. So it was a big culmination of a lot of videos doing well, and it resulted in a lot of views. Moving on to September, I got 268,000 views and I made $3,838.47. The least amount of money I made in a day was $60.75. And the most amount of money I made in a day was $250.41. I didn't miss any uploads in September. It got less views than August, but my vlogs started picking up and getting more views than they had in the past. So the upward curve in August of all these videos doing well kind of led to more views on all of my vlogs that I posted from this point on. I posted an hour-long vlog, which I had never done because the 30-minute vlog did so well. That got almost 30,000 views. But all of my vlogs started consistently getting above 10,000 views, which was something I hadn't seen until August. So moving on to October, I got 319,000. I made $4,416.84. In October, decided to do 3 videos a week. So every Sunday, I posted an extra upload in October, which led to more viewers and more engagement. So I posted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 videos in October. I think I missed one of the Sunday uploads. The least amount of money I made in a day was $74.26, and the most amount of money I made in a day was $290.25. I posted a decluttering and organizing my closet video, and that did really well. It got 35,000 views. And now all of my vlogs were getting around 15,000 views or more. And so instead of like having just one viral video carrying me through and then all of my vlogs getting less views, everything together was kind of getting more views, which was helping. And now we hit November, which is my best month to date on my YouTube channel. I have never done better than this in a month. I got 395,000 views and I made $5,956.58. This was a crazy month, almost making $6,000. I honestly could not even believe it. The reason that I made so much money was because I started a new moving series. Moving in New York City is a very popular topic on YouTube, and I have moved twice and documented it. I moved in November, but I kind of just dropped the video. I didn't hint at moving, I didn't say I was moving, I just kind of dropped the series, and all of the videos did pretty well. All of my moving videos got over 40,000 views. Because of that, all of my vlogs I posted after got over 20,000 views. So all of my views were just adding up. I just had to change my battery and I woke up my cat. If you didn't notice him before, here he is. Where was I? What were we talking about? The least amount of money I made in a day was $61.66, and the most amount of money I made in a day was $467.45. Like I always say, in my YouTube tip videos, everywhere, I'm always saying a series really helps you grow because it gives someone something to look forward to. Especially if you post a really exciting video and then there's a promise of another video just like it coming out and kind of giving more information. People are gonna subscribe because they don't wanna miss that next video. So I always say my #1 tip is to start a series, because that is one of the biggest factors in making people come back to your channel. And finally, we have December. December's an interesting month because the way I did it, you would think I would have made an absurd amount of money. But interestingly enough, I did not. I posted 23 videos in December. I participated in Vlogmas, which looking back, you know, maybe that wasn't the best idea. I was very burnt out, very overwhelmed, and you heard it here first, I'm never doing Vlogmas again. I might do a different kind of version of Vlogmas. The year before I did the 12 days of Christmas and I posted every other day. I think this month really proves that it's quality over quantity. Quantity is still important on YouTube. You still want to have a lot of videos coming out because every video you post is another chance for it to do well. But I think quality over quantity, especially when it comes to long form videos, is always more important. In December, I got 397,000 views and I made $4,767.46. The least amount of money I made in a day was $27.32. And the most amount of money I made in a day was $318.38. I posted 23 videos compared to 8 videos the month before, where I had made a significantly more amount of money. What's the difference? I posted a lot more, but the videos were not as long. They were usually falling between 8 and 15 minutes. I was usually posting vlogs that were between 15 and 30 minutes. I think Vlogmas is a fun idea in theory, but everyone's so busy, I don't really think it helps your channel that much. I think it is a good gift to give to your subscribers, but I don't necessarily think it's a good way to grow. The most views I got on a video that month was 20,000 on a vlog, but my views significantly dropped, and I think it's because a lot of my viewers couldn't keep up. I personally do not watch Vlogmas. Like, if I subscribe to someone who does Vlogmas, there's no way I'm watching every video. I may be watching 5. So, you know, I can't fault people for not watching all of mine because I can't even do it with other people's. I still made a good amount of money that month. You know, I made more than I was making in like July, but putting in the work for 23 videos, you would expect a lot more. This was also the first month since August that I had a few vlogs not hit 10,000 views. I feel like the biggest thing to take from this is quality over quantity. So that was a lot of information. I'm losing my voice. It's really warm in my room. My heat is on. I kind of feel like I'm in a sauna. So here are my final statistics for the whole year. How much money I made in 2023 as a channel ending with 50,000 subscribers. I got 3,022,982 views. I had 445,000 watch time hours. I gained 31,400 subscribers, and I made $38,452.67. Now, once again, I want to clarify, this money is just from YouTube AdSense. It does not include any other streams of income I had this year, because realistically, my life in New York City, I could not live off of $40,000 a year. That's just not realistic. Being my first year being full-time on YouTube, plus my brand deals, this was enough money for me to afford my lifestyle and to live off of. When it comes to being a full-time YouTuber or content creator, I think there's a lot of focus put on subscribers. Right now I'm sitting at 55,000 subscribers, and that is a lot of people. Like, imagine a room of 55,000 people. That is a lot. But at the end of the day, especially on YouTube, it does not come down to how many subscribers you have to make money. It comes down to your engagement. It comes down to your views. Right now, I'm probably making more than some channels with 300,000 subscribers because of my various engagement levels. And at the same time, I could be making less than a channel with 20,000 subscribers because they might have an even better engagement than I do. It really comes down to your views, your engagement, and honestly, if people watch the ads, you make more money off of the ads if people don't skip them. But you know, having more subscribers is helpful because then they see the videos in their subscription box and they choose to watch them. So that's kind of all my information. This video always goes by a little bit faster to record than I think it's going to. So if you took a little bit of advice or got a little bit of information from this video and found it helpful at all, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed. It's a little different than my normal content. You know, you're gonna see this video and then the next upload, you're probably gonna see a week in my life video, but I promise I'm fun. I'm fun. We could have a great time together. I think you and me would get along really great. This could be the beginning of a wonderful new relationship between you and me. But throughout the year, I continue to sprinkle in YouTube tip videos. I've done how to edit videos. I've done other videos touching on money and how much money I've made. I've been getting a lot of questions about the best way to support my channel, and honestly, it's just to subscribe, like my videos, leave a comment, say hello, because engagement is really key. And I am really excited to go into this year. YouTube is still my full-time job. Besides YouTube, I'm also an actor, singer, and dancer. We have not touched on that at all, and that doesn't really feel relevant to this video. So it's been really nice to have YouTube support me financially while I'm working on some other dreams of mine. So for the foreseeable future, I am going to be continuing YouTube as my full-time job. I have some really exciting things coming up this year that I'm really excited to share with you. I just feel like the luckiest girl in the world that I'm able to make money from doing this. I started this YouTube channel over 3 years ago, just doing it for fun, just trying to be creative. And every day it just feels insane to me that I am living the dreams that I had when I first started my YouTube channel. So if you're just starting your YouTube channel or you've been on your YouTube journey for a little bit, this is just your reminder, don't give up, keep going. There is no way it won't work out if you're passionate about it and you love it. It might not work out the way you planned, but it will always work out if you just stick with it. Okay, I feel like I've rambled on for long enough and it's time to go. So that's how much money I made this year on YouTube. I started the year with 20,000 subscribers. I ended it with 50,000 subscribers, and I'm so excited to see what we're gonna do this year. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, and give this video a thumbs up, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye.